So, continuing talking about the kind of small mistakes that can lead to breaches, we are now today going to talk about how an internal access itself can cause breach. Welcome to my YouTube channel where you regularly see new content on data privacy. And as I said, let's talk about how small mistakes of internal access can lead into a larger breach. Situation is simple. There is access to employees. No questions raised. Employees have access to the system, right? That means they are able to see the customer records. There is no role-based access given to them. And believe me, even within the employee's own data also, it is important to have role-based access. You cannot have one employee see the personal information of the other employee because that can become dangerous internally also. And here, if the overall role-based access is not there, then that could be a problem. So what actually happened is that there was too much of visibility. Everyone is able to see everyone else's data, much beyond job requirements. And as I said, internally also it could be risky. Yes, it could be because even I don't want my performance to be known to any other colleague. Maybe my manager knows it, but why anyone else in the system should know my performance, right? Until unless that I'm so high performer that I myself want, but that's I want. No segmentation, no bifurcation of who is accessing which data. Exemption, it's internal data, it's fine. I don't think they are going to misuse. Even if, and why would they even look at it? They don't need it. So we are believing, assuming, and trusting, which is good. But what would happen when there is a breach? Trust would be lost, even internally, even externally. When it breaks and there are no access boundaries, no role based access, no segmentation of data, who is doing what and who is accessing what, which is more important for us, who is accessing what. No monitoring. You don't need a hacker to come in and cause a breach. It's already done. This is not a misuse. This doesn't start as intentional. This happens out of curiosity, out of convenience. Someone coming in to help someone else. Oh, you were looking for this? Let me see if I can find that data. I never checked that. I'm not even supposed to check that area, but let me see if I can find that. The real risk, exposure is there without awareness. Data is seen unnecessarily, no visibility, no trigger for concern. No one is concerned and there's no trigger. No one is worried about it. Right? DPDP perspective to this, access must be justified. It cannot be just ignored. Access has to be role based, purpose based. Minimum data exposure should be done, and there needs to be accountability in the system. People cannot just work in any way, in any direction they want to work in. What should exist includes very basic controls. Missing controls is a challenge. There should be role based access. You cannot have a discretionary access, anyone given any access. You cannot have a completely open system which says anyone whose access has been created can access anything. Has to be very, very specifically role based. You will not be able to track easily even if there is a breach. In any case, if there is a breach, that in itself is a problem. So even if you say that I can always know who carried which file, who copied which file out of the system by their usernames, but then why is he even accessing a file which is not for him to access? Right? You need to know basics. You need to help in logging and monitoring. You have to ensure that your employees are well trained, that they understand the impact of possible missing controls, the impact of breach that can cause for the organization. And I don't talk in the terms of fines up to 250 crores. I talk in the terms of impact on your reputation if there's a breach, if there's a misuse of personal information. The hard truth is that systems are over permissive. They are built for ease, not for control. People can people access can grow over time and is rarely reviewed, which is wrong, which is not the way it's supposed to work. So access is at risk, and not who is logging in and when is he logging in, right? And why is he logging in? Important thing is he has access to what he is not supposed to have access to. So that's about access going wrong and employees unintentionally maybe causing breach. I hope you like the content of the video. If you want breach employee awareness increased in your organization with respect to personal data, my contact details are there in the description. We can conduct workshops for you. Thank you.